Yes. Hello. Can you see us? Can you hear us? Quick sound checking.
Sí, te oigo y te veo.
Okay. Let's just wait for Diani.
Awesome. How do we see who's here? Look at this.
Yes. Hi, Nandini. Hi, Corey.
Hello. Oh, awesome.
Here we are.
Hello.
Hey.
We can hear you and see you perfectly.
Yes. Let there be light.
Awesome.
Let there be light. I still have Hilda sideways.
Mira, sí, déjame.
Sí.
¿Qué tengo que hacer?
I think she has to move the...
Mueve el teléfono. A ver si eso lo endereza. La pantalla. Apoyo de grupo. Apoyo de grupo. Hello, everyone. Here we go. And now Hilda is...
Yes.
is on with the program. Good. All right. All right. Beautiful. We have a good crowd already here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Bienvenidos todos. Qué rico. This is a bilingual transmission. Well, I'm going to start with a round of applause. Everybody who's joining in for this beautiful, beautiful encounter of these beautiful souls that are basically bringing together, you know, United States, Portugal, and Puerto Rico. I think this is a first for Puerto Ricans. Esta es la primera vez que tenemos este evento así, donde estamos unificando Estados Unidos, Puerto Rico y Portugal en una transmisión en vivo con el Maestro Jesús. Así que esto es histórico. Si estás aquí, esto es historia. This is history. So if you're here, you're making history. Hey. Annie?
Thank you very much for the introduction and for creating this event. For everyone that already knows us and follows us, for who doesn't, I'm Annie. This is Flavia. Yes. And this event was coordinated by Diani for today, and this beautiful transmission in English and Spanish. So she will be translating. Hello from Denmark. There's someone from Denmark.
This is
Hello.
amazing.
That's
Hola,
awesome.
Dinamarca en la casa. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, so we were very happy to be able to be doing this with those beautiful women here. So yeah, Diane is going to be leading everything, and she's going to be continue to coordinate. I'm gonna bring Yeshua forward for a Q&A at the end. And yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for being here.
Lo que Annie nos acaba de decir es que en este momento estamos muy agradecidos por su presencia. Gracias por estar todos aquí. Yo voy a estar moviendo el evento desde el principio y luego entonces vamos al final a la transmisión con Yeshua. Tenemos también un mensaje de él a través de Hilda, que está en Puerto Rico. My friend Hilda in Puerto Rico has a channel message that she received this morning from Yeshua, so we will receive that as well. All right, so I think we're at 3:02. Let's begin.
Yes.
And I would like to invite everybody to take a deep breath in. Invitamos a todas las personas a que respiremos. And receive the beautiful energy of Yeshua as this beautiful cascade of pink light that is coming over you at this moment. Reciban toda la energía de Yeshua en este momento como una cascada de luz rosada sobre ustedes en este espacio. Inhale and exhale. Inhalamos. Y exhalamos. And the common ground of this meeting is gratitude. El punto focal de este encuentro es gratitud. Let's join in something that we feel grateful for at this moment in your life, in our lives. Think about something beautiful that you feel so incredibly grateful for. Piensa en algo por lo que sientes una inmensa gratitud en este momento. Bring in that gratitude in through your crown and feel it filling up your entire energy system. Permita que esa gratitud entre en este momento y llene todos tus puntos de energía, expandiendo desde el punto del corazón, from your heart chakra, into your entire system. Allowing. Permite. And feel the joy, feel the joy, feel the joy. Siente la alegría, el gozo. Feeling good, feeling good. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Coach Dianiluz, and I am here in Orlando, Florida. And part of my mission is the empowerment of human beings in all aspects of life. And part of this empowerment is clearly directed towards people understanding the process of ascension that we are all going through at this time. Así que mi nombre es Coach Dianiluz y mi trabajo es el empoderamiento de los seres humanos y en este momento mayormente dirigido a entender el proceso de ascensión que todos estamos viviendo en este tiempo y espacio. I am going to be speaking English and Spanish. The dynamic of the event is that I'm going to be speaking English and Spanish. Hilda will speak in Spanish and I will translate for her. And then when we go to the Q&A with Annie, I'm going to translate the questions of the people who are Spanish speaking that have sent us their questions. Then the remainder of the event will be in English. Unless somebody has a question, you can chat, put it in the chat, and we'll be happy to translate for you. Thank you for being here. Part of the reason why I wanted to have this gathering happen this way is because we are all connected to Yeshua at this time. Parte de la razón por la cual yo quería que tuviéramos este encuentro es porque todos estamos conectados con la energía de Jesús en este momento. The intention that we're bringing forward is that you understand that there are different modalities in which you can connect with his energy. Okay? So if you're new to this and you're open to receive him, maybe he will speak to you in the way that he speaks to me, which is by channeling. He gives me the message and I give it to you. Hilda does automatic writing. She writes the messages that she receives. And Annie does both. She channels and she also becomes a medium, a channel where Yeshua can come in and speak through her. Okay. Parte de la razón por la cual quisimos hacer este trabajo las tres juntas es para que ustedes puedan entender que Yeshua está aquí y si tú das el permiso, Él se comunica contigo, Él está aquí con todos nosotros y parte de lo que queremos hacer hoy es mostrarte las diferentes modalidades en las cuales Él se comunica. Para mí es a través de canalización. Yo lo recibo y hablo en mi voz lo que Él me está diciendo. Hilda trabaja con escritura automática. Ella recibe el mensaje y lo escribe. Y Annie trabaja tanto con canalización como con mediunidad. Él entra y habla a través de ella. Son todas las modalidades que tú puedes explorar también para comunicarte con Jesús en este momento. So I'm going to start channeling what the message that he has given me since May. I'm going to begin with that. And then we go on to Hilda. Voy a comenzar con el mensaje que él me ha estado dando desde mayo para compartir con todos nosotros. Well, the first message is thank you. I am so thrilled. And he has a great sense of humor, people. Él está emocionado y es que tiene un sentido del humor maravilloso, ¿verdad? Right, Annie?
Yes. He's funny.
Yeah, he's very funny, and he gets like weird when we get very serious about the work.
Yeah.
So now what I'm picking up is he's smiling and he's so joyful. Está riéndose y está tan contento de toda esta comunicación y energía, este encuentro. Okay, muy bien. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Flavia. Thank you, Hilda. Hilda, he is very proud of you at this moment. He knows that this is your debut. So this is like an amazing moment for Hilda, because this is her moment of coming into the stage as a channeler of Yeshua. So he's very proud of you. Él está muy orgulloso de Hilda porque hoy es su debut mundial. y está muy orgulloso de que estés aquí con nosotras en esta tarde.
Gracias.
Okay, so my channeling for you, for all of you, regarding the work we have been doing throughout the summer is explaining the Summer of the Light. If you saw the event, we named it Let There Be Light. Back in May, I received from him that we were going to be immersed in this shift that has begun very intensively since the summer solstice, where the light has been coming in to show the truth, to show what's hidden, to provoke changes in the physical, in the emotional body, but also in the systems, he says. La parte de lo que quiero compartir con ustedes es todo el mensaje que hemos estado recibiendo del verano de la luz, ¿verdad? Hágase la luz, donde se nos habló de que íbamos a estar recibiendo toda esta luz, que iba a estar mostrándonos los aspectos de nuestro ser, ¿verdad? La luz ilumina para nosotros poder trabajar con los aspectos físicos, mentales, emocionales a nivel individual, pero también viendo el colectivo. The first message that I got from him back in May is that if you are willing and wanting to activate these light codes within you, the code, the phrase code is I am light, that you need to incorporate and receive. I am light. It's the permission you're giving the universe to join in with this infusion of light. ¿Verdad? Hágase la luz, perdón, yo soy luz, es el código para nosotros poder accionar el permiso para que toda esta luz que está entrando pueda entrar en nosotros y se acomode. So once you give permission, once you activate the codes within you and you give the permission for I am light, accepting that you are light, understanding that you are one with this beautiful process of enlightenment, then the activation of that code is let there be light. So it's kind of like you are saying, yes, I am light. And then as you say, let there be light, then you are ready to receive the messages that are coming through these light codes. Así que una vez que tú dices, yo soy luz, hágase la luz, estamos listos para entender la activación de lo que estos códigos de luz significan para todos nosotros. We are light, he says. That is our innate nature. Nosotros somos luz, esa es nuestra naturaleza. So this whole process of enlightenment, the let there be light enlightenment process, is us remembering who we are. but with a little, acceleration process there. It's kind of like, yeah, you cannot sit anymore and just wait to see what happens. It's like, yeah, if you're bored, you're bored, okay? So, parte de lo que nos está diciendo, si una vez tú aceptas, ¿verdad? Ese proceso de yo soy luz, hágase la luz, pues eres parte de la luz y eso va a acelerar tu proceso de despertar espiritual. So we're awakening. Many of us are awakening, but many of us are ascending. And that is something that needs to be understood because many people are ascending, but you have many relatives and friends who are awakening. So it's two different levels of consciousness that is being ignited by the light. Okay? Así que nosotros tenemos las personas que están despertando ahora. hay algunos de nosotros que estamos acelerando esa ascensión a través de la luz, así que hay dos niveles de conciencia en este momento operando simultáneos en el planeta. He says the key is patience, but also he's speaking about compassion. It is key at this time that you understand that you need to be kind to yourself and also kind to others, okay? So it's important that you understand that in this process, all is well and it's in divine order. Así que las palabras claves son paciencia y compasión. Tenemos que tratarnos con bondad en los procesos, porque lo más importante que necesitamos recordar en este momento es que todo está en perfecto orden divino. So regardless of what's happening in your life at this given moment, whether the light is activating your relationships, or is activating an issue with health, or is activating something that has to do with your work because you're in the process of becoming a light worker, or activating your mission, patience and compassion. Okay? Así que si la luz está activando en tu vida tus relaciones, o son situaciones de salud, o son situaciones laborales porque ya te toca entrar en misión, lo importante es que recuerdes que estamos en un proceso que requiere que tengamos paciencia y compasión. Let there be light, he says. Hágase la luz. And on to Hilda at this moment. Thank you so much for joining me in that beautiful moment of communion. Once we say let there be light, then the light is here. Gracias a todos. Vamos entonces a la transmisión con Hilda. Let there be light. Hágase la luz.
Buenas tardes, saludos. Estoy bien emocionada de estar aquí con ustedes. A mí me ocurren dos cosas cuando Jesús está presente. Me da mucho calor, por eso ando con el abanico, y me da muchos deseos de llorar también, porque me emociona.
Okay.
Yo siento que Él me abraza, y entonces es como un amor tan puro y tan grande que me dan deseos de llorar. Así que si lloro mientras estoy leyendo, ya saben por qué.
Okay, dame un momento. Hilda is saying that she's very happy to be here, and she's very excited and overwhelmed, and that two things happen when she's connecting to Yeshua. First is that she gets real hot in her energy. She gets very hot. And also she feels like crying a lot. So if you see her crying during the transmission, that's because that's part of the manifestation of Yeshua in her energy. Continúa.
Okay. Y quiero establecer lo que dice Dianiluz. Todos somos capaces de canalizar a Jesús, de canalizar a ángeles, solamente tienes que pues abrir tu corazón, y es un proceso bien sencillo, por lo menos en mi caso, que yo lo hago por escritura rápida. Es simplemente la clave que nos dio Jesús de hágase la luz, yo soy luz. Y yo originalmente, cuando empecé las canalizaciones, lo que hacía era que recitaba la oración del ángel de la guarda que nos enseñaron nuestros padres en la infancia.
Okay,
Yo simplemente
dame una pausa.
Okay.
Basically, what Hilda is saying right now is that we are all capable of channeling Jesus, and that for her is done through automatic writing. And what is required is that you open your heart, and also she uses a prayer to her guardian angel to activate that connection through her guardian angel to be able to channel Jesus. Hilda?
Para hacer mi proceso bien cortito, yo empecé así, canalizando ángeles, y un buen día, en abril de 2016, estoy canalizando y simplemente Jesús me dijo, yo soy Jesús, al que llaman el Nazareno.
She began her process channeling angels. And then in 2016, she had the experience of hearing this voice that said, I am Jesus, the one they call the Nazarene. Continúa.
Así que de ahí en adelante, pues quien se me revela, al principio era casi todos los días, ahora es cuando Él quiere.
He used to come every day, and now it's whatever he feels like it. Yeah, and sometimes it's like he doesn't care where you are. I try to keep them out of my bathroom, actually. It's the only place I keep them out of.
Sí, en estos días tuve una experiencia de que me siento a canalizar y él me dice, pues sí, ya yo te dije lo que te iba a decir hoy. Así que, pues, ok, gracias.
Recently, I had an experience where I sat down to channel him, and then he went like, "But I already told you what I had to say." I was like, "Done, we're done here." Okay.
Bueno, voy entonces a proceder a escribirles el mensaje que canalicé para todos nosotros en este día tan bello hoy.
So this is the channel message for today from Yeshua for all of us.
Dice, bendecidas mis niñas, Annie y Flavia, bendecidas mis acompañantes eternas en este camino, Dianiluz e Hilda. Gracias por compartir la luz. Todos somos seres de luz, sí. Cada uno de los que están aquí, los que los rodean. La luz es el uno. Vamos caminando todos de la mano en el entramado universal que capta la función de cada ser único e igual a la vez.
Dame un momento. The message begins with a blessing for Flavia and Annie, and also for Dianiluz and Hilda. And he is... Hilda, dime otra vez, el principio.
Gracias por compartir la luz.
Okay, thank you for sharing your light, and everybody is in this light at this moment. We are all sharing as one. Continúa.
El placer del amor se deriva de ahí. Buscad y hallarás. Buscad y hallarás es ver la inmensidad en ti. Esa es la inmensidad que te permite conectar con quien desees hacerlo.
Okay. The pleasure of love lies within you. And as you come together in oneness with that love that you are, then you will be able to share it with whoever you want to share it with. Continúa.
Ser un canal es lo que eres ya. Abre tu mente y sobre todo abre tu corazón. Estos seres tienen ya útiles y herramientas desarrolladas para comenzar la conexión. Pregúntales si crees que necesitas ayuda para comenzar tu conexión.
We're all channels, and all you need to do is open your mind and heart. Once you do that opening, the tools that you need to be able to make this connection happen for you will come automatically. So trust that you have the tools within you to be able to create this connection. Continúa.
Pero tú sabes en ti mismo que ya estás conectado. Eres en ti mismo todo. Búscate y te encontrarás.
You know that we are all connected, and you are totally connected. So as you search within yourself, you seek and you shall find.
La paz es la sensación guía. Si sientes calma, tranquilidad respecto a lo que sea que estás viviendo, entonces hay paz. Y si hay paz, todo está bien.
Your guidance, your guiding emotion is peace. So every single moment where you feel peace in your connection, then you know you're in alignment and you know everything is well. Continúa.
Que la paz sea tu guía. Siéntate cada día a sentir deliberadamente la paz. Y durante tu día repítete, si quieres y te da seguridad, la afirmación que le di a Hilda. Calma, camina, camina, camina. Haz la pausa, respira, repite la afirmación y sé consciente de que tú que me escuchas, eres la morada del Cristo. Te amo con el amor de Dios somos uno. Gracias por tu presencia. Yo soy Jesús, en comunión con Hilda Vargas.
Wow. The more you surrender to the peace, to the feeling of peace, then you can connect more and deeper. And the affirmation that he's given Hilda is calm yourself and walk. Walk. And as you create a pause to breathe and connect, you will become the place where the Christ consciousness will lie within. Y la última oración, Hilda.
Te amo con el amor de Dios. Somos uno. Gracias por tu presencia. Yo soy Jesús, el Nazareno, en comunión con Hilda Vargas.
I love you with the love of God. We are one. I am Jesus the Nazarene in communion with Hilda Vargas. Wow, beautiful. Thank you. Ooh.
Gracias a ustedes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, that is beautiful. Hilda, I am receiving for you at this time that beautiful affirmation should be on the page of Lightworkers 613. The affirmation given by him about being calm and walking and using that as a mantra for us to ignite peace, to be able to understand and connect, ¿verdad? Vamos a utilizar esa afirmación para que podamos entonces nosotros también centrarnos en la calma, caminar y conectar. This is so interesting. My best channelings with him is when I'm doing my workout and I'm walking around my neighborhood. Mis mejores canalizaciones con eso cuando estoy caminando haciendo mi ejercicio. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I want to do a special thank you before Annie starts for all the people who are here and who are being patient with this simultaneous bilingual transmission. Until we have this beautiful United Nations hall where everybody's going to be able to hear their own language transmission that is happening. We're creating it right now. This is more or less how it's going to go. So thank you for your patience. Gracias a todos por su paciencia en la transmisión bilingüe. Vamos en algún momento a tener un tremendo espacio donde vamos a poder escuchar todo simultáneamente en el idioma que corresponde, como en las Naciones Unidas, pero mientras tanto, gracias por la paciencia, gracias por estar aquí. Thank you. On to Annie and Flavia. Thank you, Hilda.
Thank you very
Gracias
much. That was so beautiful. I almost cried.
Almost.
Holding, yeah, just hanging there by a thread.
Casi lloramos todos aquí. Gracias, Hilda.
And by the way, I think that your translation is brilliant. It's amazing. So.
Oh, me and Raziel, Archangel Raziel, oh my gosh, we've been talking all morning about this has to work.
Yeah, well, it's working, sister. So you're doing an amazing job.
My gratitude to Archangel Raziel, who's the angel of wisdom, who is the one that always works with me when there is a need for translation. Así que gracias a todos, porque Raziel está aquí ayudándome con la traducción.
Well, I love this so much, and as you were saying that even if we receive those messages in different ways, it's the same message, it's the same thing that I've been receiving, the same thing that everyone is connecting to. So I feel it's so powerful in my heart, and I'm not gonna cry.
No llores, don't cry. Lo que nos dice Annie es que cuando vemos, ¿verdad?, la experiencia de los mensajes que nos está trayendo Jesús en este momento, nos damos cuenta precisamente por la sincronía de que nos está diciendo a todos los mismos que es Él, ¿verdad? Que es la presencia del Cristo que está llevando este mensaje a todas las personas de formas diferentes. Y es el mismo mensaje de amor. Thank you, Annie. Yes, it is. Yes. It is indeed oneness at its best.
Yes, exactly. It's beautiful. So I will allow him to take over and to answer your questions. So we can go through the ones that you have there already first. And then Flavia will ask the ones that we have. For how long do you think we should be doing this?
You're the boss. You tell me another hour is okay with you?
Yes,
Another hour?
at least
Okay.
like an hour and a half. It's okay.
Okay, muy bien.
That's
Pues vamos
as,
entonces.
see,
Go
sorry.
ahead. No,
That's
no,
as
no, you
long
go
as
ahead.
that's just as long as my body is able to hold his energy. It's not 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I start. He will just let you know. So, I'm gonna give her back the body.
Muy bien. We'll play it by ear. He's
Yeah.
laughing now. Oh my God, he's saying, I'm going to be kind. I'll be kind to you.
Please.
En este momento lo que va a ocurrir, lo que va a suceder es que Annie va a canalizar al Maestro Jesús y va a hacerlo a través del proceso de mediunidad. Por lo tanto, ella se sale para que él pueda entrar a contestar nuestras preguntas. El evento de la parte de contestar preguntas y respuestas pues va a durar más o menos de 1 hora, hora y media, dependiendo de, ¿verdad?, de cómo ella pueda manejar la intensidad de la energía, porque pues básicamente es lo que su cuerpo puede aguantar en este momento, pero bueno, vamos a tratar de contestar las más preguntas posibles. En este espacio, yo voy a traducir las preguntas en español, la respuesta de Jesús, y ya del momento en que empiecen las preguntas del público en inglés, eso no se va a traducir para no interrumpir. Así que le damos las gracias a todos y les pedimos que invoquen al Arcángel Raciel para que ustedes puedan claramente también entender lo que está sucediendo. So basically what I was just explaining is that I'm going to be translating just the questions that have come from the Spanish-speaking audiences, and then from there on, and there will be no translation, but we all rest assured that Raciel is here helping us clearly understand the wisdom of Yeshua. So just take a deep breath and enjoy the ride, because we are connected in wisdom, and we will receive the answers and the messages that are here for you today. Okay, we're ready.
Awesome. So I'm gonna go into trance. Usually takes a couple of minutes, so bear with me.
Okay, vamos entonces a apoyar a Annie en su proceso de entrar en trance. Vamos a respirar y enviarle luz. Let's just take a deep breath and join in the light, supporting her moment of transition.
Hello, my beautiful family of God within. I am the one known as Yeshua, Jeshua, Jesus. And I am here in such abundance of love and joy to share this evening, afternoon with all of you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here with us. Este es Jesús, Yeshua. Gracias por estar con nosotros en esta tarde-noche. Es un placer estar con todos ustedes hoy. I am grateful for your presence. It's such an honor to always come together for the celebration of all this love. Thank you.
It's an honor for me, beautiful soul, to share my existence in your bodies now.
You're always welcome here. You always have been. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the love. I have some questions from some beautiful souls from Puerto Rico. We have been through some intense changes and ascension processes in the island. And these beautiful souls have some questions for you. Are we ready?
Yes, dear, always.
Beautiful. Gracias. The first question comes from Diana Rivero, and she has been experiencing very intense feelings in her heart and solar plexus. She's asking if these symptoms are related to ascension.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It is. She is connecting her power of creation from the physicality into the power of creation that comes from the heart of God. And it is translating into thoughts so she can manifest her reality as she wishes to.
Beautiful. Diana, la respuesta a tu pregunta es que estás conectando el poder de creación desde el corazón de Dios hacia el punto físico, hacia la fisicalidad. Y en esa conexión que se está dando entre el corazón de Dios y el plexo, ¿verdad? El punto físico, eso es lo que estás experimentando. Thank you, Yeshua. She also wants to know in terms of the process, and this is a question that few people had, in terms of the process their families are going through. What is your advice in terms of the awakening of the family members? Should the person who is more awake interfere or just let them in their process? How can you advise?
I would tell you to hold them in your embrace of compassion and hold space for their own transition. And keep in mind that they are always their own beings. They are always their own God, experiencing this beautiful, vast environment. And they have all of the tools that they need to thrive in this lifetime. And it's not up to anyone to change anyone else's trajectory. So the best you can do is hold them in compassion.
Lo mejor que podemos hacer por nuestros seres amados que están despertando en este momento, nuestros seres familiares, es sentir compasión por ellos y estar presentes. Lo que llamamos hold space es estar presentes, porque cada uno de ellos tiene su propia trayectoria, ¿verdad? En su conocimiento de Dios, y ellos tienen las herramientas que necesitan. Por lo tanto, ninguno de nosotros debe cambiar o alterar la trayectoria del alma de nuestras personas amadas durante estos procesos. Thank you. Beautiful. I have then a question from Milagros, and she's asking, what is the best thing that she can do to help her mother heal at this time?
You can love her, my dear one, and embrace her in your healing love, in your compassion and forgiveness. So you will reflect that on her. The more you are loving to yourself, the more you reflect that kind of love to others. That's how we change the world. It's by changing us first. That's the only thing that needs alignment, if we think about it in those terms.
En este momento, la respuesta para Milly es que ella debe amar a su mamá y abrazarla en amor y perdón. Sin embargo, lo más importante es que cada uno de nosotros debe amarse a sí mismo primero, para que ese amor que nosotros estamos expresándonos a nosotros mismos pueda irradiar hacia las personas amadas que tenemos a nuestro alrededor. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh,
and every work that she does on herself, she is automatically doing it to her mother. So if her mother is not as receptive as a healing modality, for example, she can use her own body to conduct the healing for her mother, because they are forever connected.
Okay. Entonces, si nosotros tenemos algún tipo de modalidad de sanación que podemos utilizar para ayudar a nuestros seres amados, la sanación la debemos hacer en nosotros mismos con la intención de apoyar la sanación de otros. Siempre es dentro de nosotros mismos que hacemos el trabajo primero. Thank you. Beautiful. Sonia is asking, how can I be part of the awareness or the awakening of the Christ consciousness at this time?
You already are, my dear one. Everyone is. However it is expressing in your present current reality, that's what you should be focusing on. So I would tell you, love is in everything. So if you want to feel connected, to be aware of that connection that always, always is, just see everything through the eyes of love, and be love, and teach love, and share love. You are already there, dear one.
Isn't she?
Yes.
I keep telling her that.
Mm.
Sonia, el enfoque es en el amor, en la conciencia, en que todo está alineado para el amor y que todo se mire desde el amor y que todo se haga desde el amor. Y pues él concuerda conmigo que ya tú estás ahí. Beautiful. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Vilma Iris has a question regarding her relationship with her sisters. And she also asked a beautiful question. When will she find peace?
In your case, my beautiful one, you find peace in forgiveness, in forgiving all the parties involved, and most importantly, forgiving yourself for even needing to forgive. Humans have this where they tend to place guilt and they blame each other and they blame themselves for their own creative ability. So that's what I would advise you on doing. Remove that judgment and forgive yourself for anything and everything. And then you see that the relationship is indeed going to change.
Vilma, la paz que tú buscas está en el proceso de perdonar. En este momento él te dice que comiences por perdonarte a ti misma y que tú recuerdes que en los procesos de perdón ya no hay más culpa y que no hay que juzgar, simplemente entrar en esa energía del perdón, porque en el momento en que tú perdones a todas las personas envueltas en esta situación en la que tú estás, tú vas a poder sentir y ver el cambio allá afuera de toda esa situación que tanto te ha agobiado en este momento. Así que comienza por perdonarte a ti misma, amada. El perdón, el proceso de perdón comienza por ti. Thank you, Yeshua. Eneris wants to know what is her mission.
Love. It's everyone's mission. However you want to express it, that's your creative ability and that's your prerogative, I'll say.
In whatever way.
Yes.
Beautiful. Eneris, el amor es tu misión, es la misión de todo el mundo. Y en la forma y manera creativa en que cada uno de nosotros escoge accionar ese amor, y ya tú lo estás haciendo y tú lo sabes, ¿verdad? En la forma y manera en que cada uno de nosotros escoge accionar ese amor, ya estamos en misión, ¿verdad? Y esa respuesta va para varias personas que también a través de Hilda estaban preguntando a través a través del proceso de la misión, ¿verdad? Porque eso se está despertando en el corazón de muchas personas en este momento. Y es como que la misión es el amor. El cómo es de la forma en que tú creativamente pongas esa energía allá afuera en el mundo. ¿Okay?
Perfect.
Oh, thank you. You're bilingual.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, I had to.
I would would say that I am more than bilingual.
I would say that too. Oh, you beautiful one. I'm so in love with you. All right. Hilda has a beautiful question from someone who was asking how to cast away sadness.
That's a very deep one.
Mm-hmm.
Very good question. It will really depend on what kind of sadness is this person feeling. But anyways, any kind of grief can be transmuted by first allowing. You are in a very creative environment right now, playing parts in your own dream. So you can explore, you can dance to the sound of the universe, and you can choose always. And that's why you incarnate on earth, for that freedom. So you can choose what you want to do with that freedom. And the thing is, if you believe that everything is one, if we are all one, and that I can guarantee you, that's true. We are all love. We are all made of love. Everything else in our environment is made of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is no separation but the one of the mind. So that sadness, that grief, isn't it still love expressing in a different way? What if you change your perspective and take that as a teacher instead of attaching too many meaning? Instead of listening to the voice of the ego, what if you just saw everything, everyone, everything that you judge as bad, as good, as being God, as being love? It changes the whole perspective, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
And you do that by embracing that energy and being kind with yourself and telling yourself that it's okay to feel. That's why you are expressing God through a human body. It's okay to feel. I would like you to tell yourself this. But don't delay on any emotion. Work with them as technologies, as teachers, and let go of them when they don't no longer serve. Did I digress?
No, you are brilliant. You just made my workshop of tomorrow so much easier.
You're welcome.
Sadness. I should have you a special guest tomorrow.
Yes, I will.
You're always here. Okay. La tristeza, ¿verdad? Hay diferentes formas de tristeza. Cuando nosotros transmutamos, permitiendo, ¿verdad? Que cada parte sea explorada, cada parte de nuestras emociones sea explorada. Ahí es que nosotros comenzamos esa danza donde podemos escoger. Nosotros encarnamos aquí para ser libres. Y cada uno de nosotros puede escoger en cada momento lo que quiere sentir. Así que cuando nosotros entramos en el proceso de entender el uno, que todo ese uno es puro amor, el proceso de sentirnos separados, que es lo que está causando esta tristeza, ¿verdad? Que es un proceso de la mente, del ego. Cuando nosotros entonces permitimos entrar en el espacio del amor y esa idea de separación termina, entonces ya nosotros podemos transformar esa emoción en algo positivo. Parte de lo que también nos dice es que es bien importante reconocer que la tristeza nos está diciendo que aquí falta amor, ¿verdad? Y siempre es de nosotros hacia nosotros mismos primero, ¿verdad? Así que el remarque es, esa tristeza es un maestro, Esa tristeza es una enseñanza y voy a añadir yo, cualquier emoción que quizás no se sienta feliz en este momento es un maestro en tu experiencia. Así que en vez de rechazarlo y de tener esa resistencia, recibe la emoción, recibe lo que está entrando, ¿verdad? Esa energía y reconoce que está bien sentir lo que estás sintiendo, ¿verdad? Y una vez lo experimentas y lo entiendes, lo sueltas, ¿verdad? Y esta es la parte más importante. Don't delay in your emotions. Once you feel it, you recognize it, you understand the lesson, let it go. Así que una vez nosotros soltamos la emoción, se transforma. Así que es una invitación a ver la tristeza o todas estas emociones fuertes que estamos experimentando como maestros en esta experiencia, en este tiempo. Thank you, beloved. Thank you so much for that love. Wow, beautiful.
Thank you.
I have one question.
Okay.
In the processes that my country, Puerto Rico, is having at this time, what is your advice for us light workers to be able to help the collective? And probably not just in my country, but as light workers, how to best serve the collective through the transitions that we're experiencing.
My dear ones, you like doing. You enjoy doing. And that's your creative power. That really motivates you. But the thing is that as you chose to incarnate more aware of your light, and that's a light worker, you are already antennas in this planet. That light that we are talking about today, you bring it through your physicality. You bring it through your words. Your sound is very, very important. So you are already doing that saying just by being. So, as I said before, as you are being nice to yourself, as you are being loving to yourself, as you treat this physicality with the utmost respect, you are doing this to the others. You are doing this to Holy Mother Nature. I know that the empathic ability that all of you have also wants to make you move, you want to do something, and you're very good doers when you decide doing. You're also very good beings. So I would say remain in love, remain in the awareness of love in your creative expansion right now. And know that every breath you take, you are infusing Holy Mother Earth and everyone inhabiting here with this light. There is no process, there's nothing that you need to accomplish. That's a given for every light worker. And that is also why you feel some symptoms on the body. So we can talk about that later if you want.
Very well. Very well. Let me share this in Spanish, please. Mi pregunta para Yeshua es, dentro de los procesos que hay en Puerto Rico, dentro de la conciencia de los trabajadores de luz, ¿qué es lo que estamos viendo, qué es lo que nos toca hacer? Y él enfatiza en que a nosotros nos encanta hacer cosas, ¿verdad? Y eso es porque eso responde al proceso creativo de que somos creativos y creadores. Pero que la verdad del caso en este momento es que nosotros somos amor, ¿verdad? Nosotros los trabajadores somos amor y somos antenas, ¿verdad? Literalmente estamos aquí recibiendo la luz y anclándola en el planeta. Y como hacemos eso es estando presentes en el amor y estando bien presentes en nuestro propio proceso, ¿verdad? Y eso también tiene mucho que ver con lo que estamos expresando a través de las palabras, muy conscientes, amados míos, de lo que estamos expresando, ¿verdad? La integridad otra vez, las palabras, ¿verdad? que nuestras palabras estén llenas de luz, que nuestras palabras estén llenas de amor a través de los procesos, porque así nosotros vamos integrando esa luz y la vamos entonces comunicando en vibración a los otros. Nosotros a veces somos muy empáticos, ¿verdad? Siempre queremos hacer algo, pero parte de lo que nos está diciendo en este momento es que nos mantengamos en el amor, que nos mantengamos en la vibración, la frecuencia vibratoria del amor, en la conciencia de ese amor. Y que sepamos, ¿verdad?, en que cada momento que estamos respirando, inhalando y siendo ese amor, eso es lo que nosotros estamos expandiendo en todas partes. Así que esto aplica a todas las personas, no importa en el lugar donde estén, ¿verdad? Todos los procesos que nosotros estemos llevando, ¿verdad? No hay procesos como tal, no hay nada que lograr, es ser y estar en el momento, en la luz y en el amor, y estar lo suficientemente consciente para saber que cada lugar donde te presentas, tú eres quien está llevando esa energía. Así que, wow, thank you. I feel I'm going on vacation here.
You deserve it.
Thank you. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. I am grateful. Okay, so with this question, we are closing the bilingual aspect of Q&A from this conference. And now it's on to you, Flavia, for the questions that are coming from our brothers and sisters from around the globe. Thank you, Yeshua. I love you. We love you.
I love you, dear one. And I really like this party, the fiesta.
Oh my God, the Yeshua Boricua, you are officially Puerto Rican right now. Yeah, you know, don't get us started. We're Puerto Ricans, we like to party.
I know.
Wow, thank you. Woo, Flavia?
Okay. Thank you. The first question we have is from Maria. And she asks, how will language change with ascension or event, or whatever else we call it? Having so many languages creates separation. Will languages merge, or will all be telepathic?
It's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
I would first like to say that if you perceive your languages as separating you, that's what the language will do. But now we have a beautiful example here right now. Everyone joined together because there was a demand for this kind of event, we'll say. So you are more united. If you did not have different expressions of your divinity, perhaps you wouldn't be here right now. So if you change that perspective and allow the languages to connect you instead, that's a new thing for you to play with in your awareness. But I'll tell you that soon enough there will be no need for words. You talk to each other in your minds, as you say, and talk to each other through your hearts as well. It's fun things in store for you, huh?
Definitely. Thank you very much.
And it's okay if Dianiluz wants to translate that.
Esta pregunta estaba dirigida hacia si nosotros, cómo vamos a evolucionar en términos de los idiomas y si vamos a ser más telepáticos en el futuro. Y es la belleza de que él está diciendo exactamente esto que está pasando aquí, es lo que tenemos que ver, es como lo que va a pasar, ¿no? Es que vamos a unificarnos en todos estos idiomas, nos vamos a unificar en la misma intención y vamos a poder ver el entramado de la misión manifestándose en todas estas formas divinas diferentes, que es lo que crea, ¿verdad?, la diversidad y la belleza de todo esto. Wow, qué linda esa pregunta, Maria. Thank you for that question. You really hit it out of the park with that one, my friend. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question is from MC. She says, I talk to Yeshua in my head a lot. Does he answer? I cannot tell except for rarely. And what is a good way to know he's around?
Oh, my dear, if you open the door, I am there. Sometimes you don't even need to open the door. I can walk through them. I am always there. I love talking to you. I love your humanity. I love your emotions. I love your beautiful bodies. Everything about you is beautiful. So yes, when you talk to me, I always answer. I might not always answer in the way that you are expecting me to, because I too like to be creative.
I have to translate this one. MC pregunta, ¿verdad? Que a veces está recibiendo estos mensajes, si es realmente Jesús, y cómo poder entrar. Y él dice, yo siempre entro, yo siempre llego. Lo que sucede es que no siempre me voy a manifestar de la forma en que quizás tú lo esperas, pero siempre la respuesta va a estar ahí. Y en la medida que nosotros nos abramos más y le demos el permiso para entrar, él va a llegar a comunicarse con nosotros. Thank you.
From Edita. What would it take for me to manifest money from the project I'm working on for 10 months now?
Allowance, dear one. That's the only thing that you need coming to this theme. Abundance. Abundance is yours, always. Your thoughts might create blocks, but they also are not true. Don't give too much power to those thoughts, the thoughts from the ego. Don't pay too much mind. You are always abundant, always cared for. We've got your back always. So just release any fear regarding this. And also the best way to manifest is using gratitude. So thank the money. Even if you feel like you don't have it yet, everything is happening right now. So in one space-time continuum, you already have that, because everything you can dream of is already in existence. That is how powerful you are. So just envision that. And most importantly, thank that.
I'm going to translate. We all need that. That beautiful advice. Esta pregunta está relacionada con la energía del dinero. Y él nos contesta que lo primero que dice es el allowing, permitir que llegue a ti. Y ese permitir, el allowing, es lo que hace que los bloqueos se eliminen, porque los bloqueos todos están en la mente. Y que otra manera maravillosa de acelerar todas esas cosas que ya tú quieres, que ya están en el espacio de la creación, ¿verdad? Ya está dado, pedir que ya está dado, es dar gracias, aunque todavía no lo veamos aquí, dar gracias porque está creado, ¿verdad? Y seguimos en ese espacio de gratitud hasta verlo manifestado. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm taking one of the live questions now from Brenda. She says, I would love Yeshua to confirm if I'm on the right path with regards to my Casa Calma project.
My beloved one, everything that makes your heart sing, everything that gives you joy, makes you happy, everything that is loving to you is the right path. But I will tell you unto you now, there is no such thing as the wrong path. Because if you believe that God creates your reality, you as God create your reality. God creates only from love. How could love ever be wrong? But if you are feeling as if your needs and desires are not met, go to that which makes your heart sing. Go to that which gives you excitement and enthusiasm in the morning. Then you will know that you will be following the loving path. But they are all right for you, my dear.
Thank you. From Nikki, she says that her dad is ill and she had to postpone her trip. So she'd like to know, to have some guidance if she should take him to the hospital or if he will recover on his own and she can go away for a week.
You should validate his own emotions and his own feelings and treat him as the God that he is. Ask him what he wants. Somehow he is going to answer you. You do right by him by doing right by you. Remember that. That's within any relationship for anyone ever, as we said before. Don't feel guilty for maybe not being able to go through this right now, for maybe feeling sad or drained from this energy. You are also the God of your creation. So honor yourself and honor him. Do that with love and compassion, my dear one. You are full of it.
Beautiful, thank you. Another live question from Beth. She says, I have been sensing certain emotions in my body and feel they may not all be mine personally. Could this be a process of intercession that I'm needed to perform?
It might look that way if you are separating yourself from the others. And it's okay also. It's okay to have some boundaries and to understand your own limits, the own limitations of this physical body, until you can really open up to all of the beautiful possibilities that this body has to offer. Balancing the body is very important. So you could talk to your higher self, maybe, and ask them to help you release this energy if you think that it's not serving and if you think that it's not loving to you in this moment. It really helps on the longer run, I'll say, to really embrace everything as being you. So no one can ever harm you. You are them and they are you.
Thank you. We have a question from Taron's grandmother.
Oh.
He says, she smokes and she now has problems with her lungs. She's asking Yeshua if Yeshua is able to heal her if she asks him, and also asks for advice on how to heal lungs that have been damaged by smoking. She says that she will only stop smoking if Yeshua advises her to. She will not listen to anyone else.
But Ned, that's too big of a responsibility for me. Well, I will first tell you that the breath is very important. It connects you to the center of your heart. It connects you to God within. So mostly those habits, they begin because of the feeling of disconnection. The habit of inhaling that smoke most often begins from that, from feeling disconnected, lost, anxious, angry, grieving. And you can release all that, you can embrace all that. You are the God of your reality, my beloved one. Do you think it is serving you? If you think it is, then it is. Because your thoughts create your reality. But if I could speak in a more vast way, I would also say that this is a little self-sabotage. It's like you are blocking the air from your lungs. So you are blocking your connection, or at least attempting to. So yes, if you want me to advise you on stop smoking, I would say stop smoking. But that's your creative expression, my dear one. There is no right or wrong. There is only love. So I would advise you to ask yourself, is this loving for me? And about the healing, I never healed anyone. That's a bold statement, I know. I only helped them see that they were perfect, always. And when they were ready to accept that, to embrace that, to love that, they felt healed. I only helped them see that they were God at all stages of their existence. So they brought that, what you call healing, unto themselves. Yes, I can do that for you. Just call me in and I will. It depends more on you than on me, though. But you can do it. Every one of you can do it.
I need to translate this one.
Yes.
Esta pregunta está relacionada a una condición de salud de una persona que fuma y le pide pues guía al maestro. Y una de las cosas que es importante es que cada uno de nosotros tiene que reconocer que hay una conexión entre el aire y el corazón. El aire, cuando entra, es el conductor de la energía hacia el centro corazón. Y cuando nosotros entonces estamos en ese proceso, ¿verdad?, de tener alguna dificultad con los pulmones, en este caso una persona que fuma, pero cualquier dificultad con los pulmones, lo que estamos haciendo es que hay un pequeño sabotaje en el proceso de conexión con la vida, con la fuente, ¿verdad?, porque el aire es vida. Así que hay que mirar en qué forma quizás nosotros subconscientemente podamos estarnos desconectando o deseando desconectar de la fuente. Y una cosa muy hermosa que él acaba de decir y que es importante traducir, yo creo que en todos los idiomas del planeta, es que él nunca sanó a nadie, ¿verdad? Y él mismo dice, esto es como que una es como que una afirmación un poco fuerte, ¿verdad? Yo nunca sané a nadie, lo único que yo hacía era permitirle a las personas darse cuenta de que ellos son perfectos, ¿verdad? Y que ellos mismos hicieran el proceso de sanación. Sin embargo, si alguien necesita apoyo en sanación, me pueden llamar y yo estoy aquí para ti. Pero realmente quien crea la sanación es la persona. ¿Okay? Otra vez ese Salmo 82, nosotros somos dioses, ¿ok? Así que hermoso. Gracias. Thank you, Yeshua. That is an amazing, bold statement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next question is from Sarah. She says she's been feeling all sorts of unbalanced this past few weeks. So is there's another solar flare, or am I being activated again?
They are the same thing, dear one. You are always being activated. Yes. Give the body some rest and respect and honor the body. That's my message for everyone that is feeling any symptoms of ascension, any symptoms of DNA activations. The body is your compass right now. Respect it. So if he wants to rest, if he wants to just lay down and watch movies all day, let's do this. I love watching your movies with you.
All right. Beautiful. I'm going to translate this one. Esta pregunta está relacionada con la activación solar, ¿verdad? Con la entrada de la luz y la activación solar. Y él lo que nos pide es que por favor las personas que están sintiendo síntomas de ascensión que respeten su cuerpo, dándole el descanso que necesita, ¿verdad? Porque nuestro cuerpo ahora mismo es como un compás. Y ese es el cuerpo que nos está diciendo qué está pasando y cómo se están moviendo las cosas. Y si tú sientes, ¿verdad?, que el cuerpo te está pidiendo pausa, pues por favor honra esa pausa. Y si es pues todo un día de Netflix, viendo televisión, pues honra ese espacio de pausa y descanso. ¿Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Another live question from Damaris. It's actually from her husband, and he asks, how can I heal and finally leave the destructive patterns I keep doing?
Forgiveness, my dear one. Forgive yourself for bringing this upon yourself. That's one of the first stages of awakening for so many light workers. When you come to understand that you create your reality, you go a little crazy because you start blaming yourself for everything wrong or that you judge wrong that has ever happened to you. So I would tell you to forgive this by seeing that everything is always light. Everything is always love. And bring that into your reality. Sometimes it is a process because your brain and your body, they've been taught this. Your brain learned all of those patterns. The brain learned. So sometimes it takes a little while. So be patient with yourself while you are forgiving yourself. And return to that space of anything that can bring you there, to just be quiet in your heart. That stillness of the heart is God, where everything is quiet, perfect. And you can just go there at any time. Know that that is always within your reach. You can do that by breathing, by choosing a method of meditation. Sometimes you can do that in the most unusual ways. Choose your way, whatever it is that brings you into that calm space of the heart. Do that at least 3 times a day. And then you see that that will become your reality at all times. Nothing will disturb you, not even the voice of the ego.
Would you like to translate that?
Sí, claro que sí. Esta pregunta va relacionada a esta persona que está preguntándole a Jesús cómo soltar, ¿verdad?, los patrones destructivos de conducta, ¿verdad? Cualquiera que estos patrones sean en este momento. Y la respuesta es el perdón. La respuesta es darnos el espacio de nosotros perdonarnos a nosotros mismos, porque hay una situación que se da cuando nosotros empezamos a tocar esa realidad de que nosotros somos los creadores de nuestra experiencia, de primero como que nos ponemos así un poco locos de cómo fue que yo estoy creando esto, ¿no? Así que en lo que nosotros estamos haciendo esa transición de yo soy quizás la víctima de mis circunstancias a yo soy el creador de la experiencia, hay un proceso de transición y ajuste que requiere paciencia y requiere perdón. ¿verdad? Nosotros perdonarnos a nosotros mismos dentro de ese proceso. Y que parte de lo que se puede hacer, ¿verdad? Es entrar en los espacios de calma del corazón. Es posible a través de meditación, ¿verdad? De crear la práctica, lo que le funciona a cada uno de nosotros, de crear un espacio de perdón y conexión y de calma en ese centro y hacer esto 3 veces al día, conscientemente. Mientras más lo repitamos, más se graba en nuestro ser y se convierte entonces en el patrón dominante. ¿Okay? Porque el patrón dominante que no te gusta, lo vas a ir transmutando y cambiando al patrón dominante de estar en el centro de calma y paz que produce bienestar continuo. ¿Okay? Y empezamos entonces con esa práctica, haciéndola por lo menos 3 veces al día, y ya verás que pues, no hay nada que nos perturbe nuestra paz. There you go. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Beautiful.
you. I think we can do 2 more questions before I can give Annie back the body. We've been activating her a lot so she can bring this kind of knowledge to you in many other ways, not only this one. So the body's getting a little tired.
I was about to ask you that. How many more questions would
You
you like to
found,
answer?
dear one.
Yeah.
Beautiful dance. That's the dance.
The next question is from Duda, and she would like to know how, or if it is possible, to receive messages from her guides when she's not at her house, in her bed, doing meditation.
Yes, dear one, we are always there. We are all around. I will tell you something. Most of what you say already, that's a channeled message. That goes for everyone. Everyone is channeling me. And I get even from some channels there, they go like, but not you again. Because I'm all around. So yes, that need to give this a process and to give this a meaning, that comes from the humanity, the humanity in you. But you are always connected. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. God can never be disconnected from you. And your guides and your higher self and whatever you want to call it, it's always all around you. It's within you, if I'm being more precise.
Yeah, I noticed that. I have started calling everybody dear one, so I realized recently, where is that coming from? Oh, well. Pregunta esta joven si puede canalizar a los guías más allá de su proceso de meditación en su espacio personal, y Yeshua le responde que él está en todas partes todo el tiempo y todos nuestros guías están con nosotros todo el tiempo, ¿verdad? Así que es bien importante nosotros notar también de la forma en que últimamente estamos hablando, porque nosotros hace rato que estamos ya canalizando toda esta sabiduría, ¿verdad? Es que a veces como que pensamos que va a venir de una forma así tan... No, es que ya estamos unificando en la conciencia crística. Y una vez nosotros unificamos en esa conciencia crística, eso sale en automático, ¿verdad? Y pues yo le comento que últimamente me ha dado con decir Dear One. Y ese Dear One, yo no sé de dónde había salido y ahora me di cuenta hace un par de días que pues así es que él habla, ¿no? El Dear One. Así que nosotros siempre estamos conectados. Donde quiera que estemos, estamos conectados. Y tú puedes ser un canal para los mensajes de amor de la divinidad en cualquier sitio, en cualquier espacio, en cualquier forma. Thank you.
And I would like to share something else. There is no seriousness
Yes.
in God. Is that another bold statement?
Oh my God, that's a Facebook post.
You're gonna quote me. It's okay.
Of course. Dice Yeshua que no hay seriedad en Dios, ¿verdad? Que no hay seriedad en Dios.
Yes.
Así que, pues obviamente yo me tengo que reír y decir, bueno, eso es un Facebook post.
Yes.
Para compartirlo con todo el mundo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes. God is playful. God is always in wonder. And that's how God creates. So that's why I say that there is no seriousness in love, in God. And that's why I always try to make you laugh.
Okay, it's working.
Every single time.
I tell Annie that I'm a very good joke teller.
Yes.
She says that I have dad jokes, though.
It's okay. We take them right now in Ascension. We take anything you can give us.
Yeah. I think your jokes are hilarious.
Thank you, dear one.
So the last question from today is from, I don't know, it's Maha or Maja, but she's asking, is Yeshua most present and the most work on our planet at this time? And who does he help the most?
Oh dear, I've always been here. We can tell about that. We can tell that story another time. I don't want to digress again. I am helping each and every one of you, even if you don't even have your heart or your minds open to it. Simply because I am you. I live in you. I express in so many different ways through you. And I love each and every one of you. I love that which you are. I love everything about this experience. I might seem more connected to some than others. It's just because they are open to listen. That's all. But I'm always there. And I love when you bring me forward. As you probably know, I really love talking. So thank you for having me here today. Thank you for this beautiful communion. I hope we can do this more times.
I hope we can do this in a big stadium.
Yes. You know, I like my stages.
I think I'm officially a producer.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it is created. It is created. Thank
So
you.
it is.
Thank you. Is there any message that you'd like to share to us today?
Can I perhaps finish with a song?
That sounds perfect.
Sure. Perfect.
I'll share with you a song that is a blessing. It is in what you call light language. You might not cognize it with your mind, but your heart will understand. So I would like everyone to connect with their hearts. Connect with your breath. And just allow whatever comes to you right now is perfect, divine. Yisnaham karya hartna My voice is your voice. I am Yeshua. I love you. I am you.
Mi voz es tu voz. Yo soy Yeshua. Te amo. Yo soy tú.
Thank you very much.
I'll
Gracias.
give Annie back the body.
Gracias, 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 gracias. Gracias, gracias Dios. Gracias Dios.
Welcome back.
Ooh,
Ooh.
thank you, Annie.
You're welcome.
The last question we had in the Facebook post was actually requesting Yeshua to sing.
Oh.
And I didn't read the question, but then he sang
He
for
did.
us.
I hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I not always remember what happened, so I hope it was
It was beautiful.
fine. Yeah.
Annie, I have to say, we just created, just so you prepare yourself,
Okay.
this in a stadium.
Okay, sure. Let's go Madison Square Garden.
Woohoo! Yeah, in all the languages. We are the creators. We are indeed.
Awesome.
And the great thing is that as we all come together and we infuse this idea and this vision and this dream and this wow party. Yeah, he said fiesta in Spanish and everything. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Bilingualism is in. So as we all come together and we affirm ourselves as creators and we enjoy this thing and we don't take it so seriously.
Yeah.
And we really, really understand that we are all here because we're all him.
Yes.
Todos estamos aquí en este momento porque todos somos él. Cada uno de ustedes que está aquí en esta llamada, que está aquí en esta conferencia, que está aquí, está ya conectado a la energía del Maestro Jesús, la energía crística, pídele que te hable en la forma y manera que mejor tú lo puedas entender y ábrete a recibir. Y ese es el mensaje más importante de la tarde de hoy. Él está aquí para ti, ¿verdad? Y Él está aquí para ti para que tú lo recibas en la forma y manera que tú te sientas cómodo y mientras más nosotros nos abrimos a recibir, ¿verdad? Mientras más nos abrimos, más Él puede manifestarse. And one of the things that he said is that he's always here available to us, and that the reason why some people sort of like receive him more is because they're more open. So my invitation today to close this event is to invite people to seriously open all the channels and release all the resistance and allow the love to pour in and flow through us, because as he mentioned today, we are anchoring all this love and light in the planet, and we need more people in the team. So this is like a go team. We've got this.
Yes. Absolutely.
So thank you so very much. Before we go, I just want to take a moment to say thank you, the gratitude for all the people that have already sent their love offerings for this event. Thank you so much. For the ones that might not have done it yet, we have in the event the link for the love offerings. You can also send them to Annie or to me. And on my page, my Facebook page, also there is a link for love offering. So we invite you to honor the exchange of giving and receiving, because part of the practice of abundance is to be conscious on how we are in the flow of giving and receiving. So we always receive with gratitude everything you can give us, whether it's a blessing or whether it's a love offering in cash, whether it's a trip to your place, wherever you are at, we take those too. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And where can people find you, Diani and Hilda?
My page on Facebook is Coach Dianiluz. You can Dianiluz Cora, and you can reach me through that page. I am an ascension coach. So anybody having trouble with ascension, we work with ascension symptoms. I work very much with soulmates and twin flame relationships. I am helping people understand the aspect of pinpointing a mission that you want to do. And today we got all that feedback about how it is so beautiful to just be in the love and do creatively whatever makes you happy. It's not that complicated. Sometimes we make it so complicated.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's very simple. But we have the blockages, you know, of like, how am I going to make a living? Blah, 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 blah. We work with that. So anybody who's interested, you can inbox me. Again, Coach Dianiluz Cora. And you can reach me also through Annie and Flavia. And we're here to expand the light and the love in every possible direction. So thank you.
Thank
Hilda,
you.
¿dónde te encontramos para traducirte acá?
Me encuentran en Facebook, Hilda Vargas, Energía en Armonía. Yo soy maestra de Reiki, ayudo a las personas a conectarse con ellos mismos y hace un año tengo el proyecto para conectar con ellos mismos por medio de la naturaleza. Un proyecto que se llama Aqui, que hacemos todos los últimos sábados del mes. Así que en mi página consiguen todo. Muchas gracias por esta oportunidad.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Ya. Gracias.
Hilda is a Reiki master, and in Puerto Rico, she also is a healer with essential oils. She failed to mention that. And she has a beautiful event that she created in Puerto Rico. Is Aqui, and it's a morning on where she comes together with nature. And they do, people that come to the ocean front, they do meditation and they do these contemplative walks. So if people in here are looking to create an initiative like this, I will encourage you to reach out to Hilda and learn more about Aqui, because the more we connect with nature, like I said, like Yeshua comes to me the most when I'm walking around doing my workout. So this initiative that Hilda is doing in Puerto Rico is very important because it's helping people understand how nature right now, we are like so one with nature in terms of being the antennas that are anchoring the light. Yes. So yeah, be inspired, do something like that in your country, and then invite us all to come over and enjoy with you. Gracias, Hilda. Gracias, Hilda.
So thank you very much for the beautiful work that the both of you do. You are such beautiful lights upon earth, and I am so grateful to be able to connect with you and to do this work with you and to just meet you again, you know, because I'm pretty sure that we've met before many times.
Many times.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
for
guys.
those who want to watch this channeling again, it'll be available on YouTube pretty soon, so we can share.
Oh, what a great gift!
Yes,
I didn't know. Oh, guys, that is amazing.
Yeah,
and also for the people in Puerto Rico, talk about your Patreon and the Facebook page, Lightworkers 613.
Yes. So we have this community on Patreon, which is a platform that allows us to share teachings and channelings from all kinds of beings who wants to come forth. And we are currently working on raising awareness in love to find and remember actually the truth of you. So we work with ancient teachings with Isis and the Magdalenas.
Yes, some alchemy and all of that. So sacred love and sacred sexuality, a little bit about twin flames as well. And I also do personal readings and mentorings. So if you want to contact us, it's lightworkers613.com.
Yes. And you're all invited to join us on the Facebook group as well.
Yes, if you're not there already.
Yeah, share your love with us and with everyone else.
Thank you.
So Annie, how about Flavia blesses our love offerings for today as a closure?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
How about you bless our love offerings for today for the closure?
Do you want to bless? Do you want to do the blessing? Is that it? What she's asking?
Yes.
Look at her face. If she could,
I warned you.
If she could, she would be very red right now. But she's wearing too much makeup.
Well, it's as simple as one word. So, are you ready?
If you want to just say thanks.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. I just I always lack words when I need to say anything. So I thank you all for connecting, and I call upon Yeshua to clear any obstruction and just to allow the flow of abundance and love to run through us as clear channels on earth, and to guide us for our best versions and for the highest purpose of us here right now. So thank you all for joining. Thank you for all the love that you shared and for your continuous support. It really means so much, and we are really grateful.
Gracias a todos. Gracias a
Gracias.
todos. Gracias a todos y buenas
Thank you.
tardes. Thank you. Good
Thank you,
afternoon to
guys. So
everyone.
see you all soon.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.